G'day guys, Hell's Ghetto here. Battlefield Hardline has just passed the week-old mark, and as with most first-person shooters, there's a weapon and game patch under consideration by Visceral Games. Now, I know it's a good thing that they're supporting the game so thoroughly, but some people have brought into question the fact that this talk of a patch might be too early in the game's life. Just remember, all information presented in this video is up to date at the publishing time. Anyways, let's jump straight into the list of changes currently being discussed. First off, let's start with the game changes. Team Deathmatch will be having its spawns looked at after most of the community have expressed their concerns with the constant spawn killing and predictable spawns currently in place. I personally have elected not to play the game mode at all after finding out about this oversight. They are also looking to adjust the ticket count for the Conquest game mode, as the game seemed to be going way too quick. I know that I personally have been in a Conquest game that has lasted less than 5 minutes, which is pretty ridiculous in all honesty. And finally, for the game fixes, Visceral are looking at the RPG spam in the Hotwire game mode, and are seeing if there's any particular way they can come up with a solution for this. Now let's jump straight into the weapon buffs and nerfs currently being considered by the dev team. First off, we have the K10 aka Chris Vector having its max bullet damage reduced from 34 down to 33. Now, a lot of people will scoff at the damage change, but this slight tweak will change the gun from a 3-shot to a 4-shot kill gun. And considering it has a 25 bullet clip and 1 in the chamber, this changes things heaps. Now, while I know the K10 is a really strong gun up close, it really lacks over medium and long range encounters. Its damage drops to just 12 per bullet after just 30 meters. I would love to see the developers looking into the other submachine guns to try and balance out some of them. The MPX, to me, feels like it could be considered slightly overpowered, as it has a higher maximum and minimum damage to that of the K10. I would also love to see the Uzi get a major buff, because in its current state, it's utter trash in my honest opinion. The Saiga and PTR will be having their recoil reduced to bring them more in line to that of the COP DMRs. I totally agree with this, as I've found the COP side seems to have the better side of most things in this game. The HCAR and the HK51 will also be having their recoil reduced, this time to bring them more in line with the SCAR H and the SA58. The 410 Jury shotgun revolver will have its damage increased per pellet to make it become a more effective gun. I felt that this gun has lacked somewhat in damage, even more so when you compare it to the 357 revolver, which is, in my opinion, a much better option for the mechanic class. The FMG9 and M45 will have their damage increased to 25 a round, and the fallout range for their guns will be also increased to make the guns a more viable option. The battle rifle minimum damage will be increased to 25 across the board. And finally, the AKM will have its minimum damage reduced to 24 from 25, making it a 5-shot long-range weapon now. Overall, I think that Visceral have done really well with some of these solutions. I know that the K10 has been a hotly conversed topic all over the forums, so I'm sure there'll be some rejoice from many of the K10 naysayers. It is also really good to see that the developers are striving to make the playing environment a more user-friendly one. One thing that I would like to see though is for the RO933 to get a slight damage buff. In its current state, it's a pretty well-rounded gun, but to have a minimum 12 damage output for a gun that could be a viable option compared to the M16, M416 and AKM, I don't really like it. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the suggested game and weapon changes for Battlefield Hardline. I know many of these changes said this quite a few times now. If you're a part of the Australian and New Zealand Battlefield community and would like to take your hardline experience to the next level, then please head to the Cybergamer website. We're currently in the registration stage of setting up a competitive 5v5 ladder, but we still need more teams. So if you have a dedicated crew, are looking to create a team, or are looking to join one, please go to the link in the description and you'll be on your way. Anyways, that's it for me guys. If you liked what you saw, then please hit the like button. And if you want to see more, then become a subscriber today. I'm nearing 50,000 views on my channel. It's so exciting. So I'd like to personally thank you for watching. Have a good one guys. Hell's Ghetto out. Battlefield Hardliner series reborn, no longer left to the army. Cops and robbers left the world torn. Where we used to have Jeeps been replaced by sports cars, now we got Bank Job instead of Grand Bazaar. All the names are changed.